Should you use Fiverr Ads? The answer is it depends. And so that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to continue our Fiverr theme for the week. But first, welcome. My name is Mike Hathcote, and welcome to the Blueprint Daily Voiceover Huddle. Uh, Once again, like I said, my name is Mike Hathcote, and I'm a full-time voiceover talent. And just wrote a book. I just written me a book called The Voiceover Blueprint, which you can get for less than $10. You can get the digital download, the audiobook, and 4 free gifts in the link below. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell and then chime in on the chat so we can do some shout outs here in just a few minutes. Just let me know where you're listening from. But first, let's talk about Fiverr ads. So if you're not aware, or if you haven't been on Fiverr or are new to Fiverr or whatever, when you reach a certain level on Fiverr, you're able to then start putting ads out on Fiverr to basically promote your gig. And what it does is it boosts your visibility on Fiverr for your specific gig. And it's kind of like a pay per click situation. So for everyone who clicks on your ad, which is basically just your gig, it's not really an advertisement. It's just your gig shows up in more searches. When someone clicks on it, then it charges you just a few cents. And of course, the idea is to convert, right? When somebody clicks on your ad, you convert them, you get the job. So there's a catch though. You want to make sure that before you start running your ads, that your gig is as optimized as possible. In other words, you have it, you have all the bells and whistles, you have everything you need so that when they actually do click your ad, that you do convert or you have the best chance of converting. I'll give you some real numbers. Just for the month of April, for this month so far, we're on the 23rd. So just for the month of April, I spent $95 in ads, meaning that my ads that are out there for my gigs, enough people clicked on them, and it's added up to $95, which is what I've spent on those ads, pay per click. Now, what have I made on those ads? I've made $755, right? So spent 95, made 755. I think that's a pretty good ROI, return on investment. Remember the other day we talked about return on investment? Same kind of deal. You got to spend a little to hopefully make a lot. And that's what these ads do is they help you kind of boost your showing or how many times you show up in a search on Fiverr to then hopefully convert into a sale. So consider it, but just make sure that you do have the right bait. Remember the fishing analogy, that you do have the right bait on your profile and on your gig so that when someone does click it and you get charged those few cents, that you actually convert, right? And so that is what John Drennan is going to be teaching us on Tuesday night. He is going to be teaching us not only that, but all the other stuff. One of the main things, though, is he's going to talk about how to optimize your profile so that when you do run ads, you get the best return on investment. So that class is a week from yesterday, this coming Tuesday at 5 p.m. Pacific time. And I forgot to mention yesterday, we're giving away a free seat to that class, like we always do. Every month when we have one of these live expert training events, we do a drawing for a free seat. So everybody who enters into the class, which already has been huge, one of those people or one of you people is going to win a free seat to the class. So when you sign up, if you win, you just get a refund. So that's your free seat. So I'll draw for that the day before the class. So next Monday or this coming Monday, I'll draw for that free seat. And that's it, really. I mean, this class people have been asking me to do a Fiverr class in the Blueprint for quite a while, since Mallory did hers, last year in the middle of the year sometime. But I figured what I would do is I would actually do one or get not me, but get John to do one for us because he's the expert. and actually open it up to everybody, not just Blueprint members, but just everybody. John does do our Wednesday night Fiverr webinar in the Blueprint, so you can come and ask questions to that. But if you're gonna have somebody teach something, this important, it needs to be an expert, and John is the expert on Fiverr. He has made it his mission to uncover what works and what doesn't on Fiverr. In fact, that's the name of the class. It's called Fiverr for Voiceover Pros, What's Working Now? That's the class. We're limiting it to 100 people. Again, it's this coming Tuesday. Don't forget to use your coupon code if you're a Blueprint member to get a discount off of that. And once again, you also have the chance of winning a free spot in the class. So link below to if you want to check it out, and hope to see you there. Okay, let's see what's in today. There's Ron from Grand Haven, Michigan. He's first in today. Ding, ding, ding. And there's Edward. Happy hump day to you as well from Jacksonville, Florida. And there's Jason from Kearney, Nebraska. And Mark from Montreal. And Sean from Longview. And Nancy from Yankton, South Dakota. And there's David from Hamilton, Ontario. There's Callie from Pasco, Washington. Good morning to you. Nephi from Knoxville, Tennessee. And good morning, Dennis in Pasadena. And there's Tim from Altoona, PA. And JJ Holland from Minnesota. And there's Kirk from Greenville, South Carolina. And Rich from Lincoln, Nebraska. Hello, Maria from Rhode Island. And Wayne from Port Orchard, Washington. Mark says, sound problem, or is it just on my side? I don't know. Is there a sound problem? Let me know. YouTube's been acting weird already this week, so it's not out of the possibility. There's John from Denver. And Gretchen from Adrian, Michigan. Hey, there's Joey from Provo, Utah. First time catching this live. Awesome, Joey. Welcome. Glad you're here. Tracy says, oh, your side with sound. I don't know what that means. Does that mean that my sound is bad? Let me know. Tracy says the stream is working good there. There's Hector from sunny Florida. Oh, it jumped on me again. Dang it. Police Commander Z3 from Atlanta. And there's Hector. That's a good ROI. Yeah, it is, right? What did I say? $755? Yeah, $95 and then get back $755. So not too bad. I've had it be bigger than that, but that's not bad for a month. And that's, by the way, that is just for ad sales. That doesn't even include all the other sales that I've gotten. That's just for the conversion on the ads that I've been running. There's plenty of other work that's been coming in just organically. There's Charlie from Sparta, Wisconsin. Really appreciate your show. Very informative. Well, thank you, Charlie. That's what we try to do here. Try to give you a little bit of insight and wisdom to get you further down your VO road. There's Nicole from Ottawa. She also says that's a pretty good ROI. Right, it is. But I also worked with John to make sure that all my gigs were popping, so make sure that they actually convert. As I said yesterday, he was very influential in getting my own profile raised up to top-rated seller. So he, if anybody knows how to do it, it's him. There's Terry from Fallston, Maryland. Great information. Thanks. You're welcome, Terry. Thank you. Sandra says, in Worthington, Ohio, says, Mark, it's just you. Was sick through the whole winter, having to start over after 2 years going back on the horse. Okay, that's okay. Just take it one step at a time. I know that's a bummer that you're having to start all the way over. hopefully it's not all the way from scratch. Hopefully you've still got, your website and stuff is all still there and you just need to kind of refresh everything. But, that's important work. So good luck with it. And obviously let us know how you're progressing. There's Denise from Long Island. And Becky doing some direct marketing here in Michigan. Way to go, Becky. That's what it's all about. Once you actually get your demos and your website, then go after that work directly. Don't rely on a profile only. You can use those profiles, pay to plays, Fiverr, rosters, agencies. That's all fine and good. Just don't put all your eggs in each one of those baskets or in any one of those baskets, and just keep swinging for the fences. Alex says, "Happy VO Day from Utah." And there's Chris. Hey, Chris. Chris says, "Nope. I assume you mean there's no issues with my sound. I'm hoping that's what you meant." Bob says, "Gonna catch the instant replay in Wadsworth, Ohio." Cool. Jason says, "Sound is good. No sound problem in Port Orchard. Good." Oh, is that right? Denise says today is YouTube's 20th birthday. Wow. Almost old enough to drink. Ethan says, "Happy hump day, VO fam from Toronto, Canada." Chris says, "Sounds good here. Sounds good here. Sounds okay." Yeah, everybody's saying it sounds good. Okay, so I guess your situation was just on your side there. I think it was Mark who mentioned that. Sorry about that. Although I have noticed in the playbacks of some of these videos that there's some crackling that's happening. I don't know what's going on with that. Um, just some little, just snap, crackle, pops here and there, and it ain't no Rice Krispies, so I don't know what's going on with it because in my regular recordings, everything sounds fine. So there must be some sort of weird something with YouTube. All right, peoples. Anybody have any other questions about YouTube ads? I do think it's an important way to just kind of help move your Fiverr progress along. But just remember, though, don't do it without making sure that your gig or gigs are really tight and popping. Um, Also, you can't do it right out of the gate. I think you have to at least be level 2, and don't quote me on that. John will know in the class, so maybe ask him then, or maybe he'll tell us then. But I do believe there's a certain threshold you have to be at before you can start running the ads. But you can get there pretty quickly if you know the right things to do. And that's what John is going to enlighten us about on Tuesday night. So once again, if you want to be a part of that class, check the link in the description, and I'll see you there. And until tomorrow, Thursday, I will see you then. And break a lip. Talk to you soon. See ya.